Hello, hello, welcome back. Today I need to do some plant maintenance, so I figured we could do it together. We're hanging out in what used to be my dining room and is now my plant slash fish slash turtle room. Um, so plan is take everything off the top shelf. We can look at it, make sure everything's good, see if it needs repotting, whatever, clean it off, reorganize it. So we're gonna start with the top shelf, I think. It has a bunch of like Christmas holiday cactus and some hoya, so we're gonna pull that down and take a look-see. So bear with me. Also today's shirt, I'd propagate that because I would. Who wouldn't? One cat being naughty. This one is a variegated hoya carrii, which I love. I actually just bought this one because it was $10.99 at King's. So typically, during Valentine's, they will sell a lot of the just one little heart-shaped leaf in a cup, which I also have, I will show you. But unless those have some node on them, they're not going to grow. This is actually two full plants, variegated for not that expensive, and it's got growth points and a new leaf coming out. So I definitely won on that one. I have so many different types of holiday cactus, and sometimes they're really happy and sometimes they're not. Some people have like one type of plant and that's all they do and they're really good at it, and that I'm not that person. Okay, so we're getting there. Another hoya. It's all pedunculated. I showed you this one earlier, but another there. This is the peduncle I showed you last time, and it is so long. Oh, it might actually bloom. It looks like it's trying to make an umbel. So that's really cool. The ones that are still up here, I'll take you and show you. So this is the rack we're doing right now. So there's a rickrack and a goldfish plant and another cactus, and we're gonna leave them there. I'm just gonna kind of mess around with them, but let's flip the view. Can I flip the view? I can. So this is what we're working with right now. We have Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, hoya. This one is a weird cross. It's a stenoclada something or other. And then this one is a Huernia Schneideriania. And that one's fun. It's one of the corpse flowers. And then here's the hoya carrii. Here's his new little leaf growing, so they're all doing pretty good. So I'm going to do some really quick maintenance, just look at them, see who needs cleaned, who needs new pots. I'm going to take a real quick break while I do that, and then instead of making you watch me pull everything down from the next shelf, I'll just grab you when we're ready. So I'm not going to move these guys. These just live here. So there's a hoya Comangiana. That one's a hoya Crimson Princess, and this one's a hoya carrii. So these guys are just like in their little thing. Oh no, you did not, ma'am. Cat is trying to help herself to my plants. But you can see, like this tray, these need to be cleaned. These guys are also pretty set where they are, so we're going to leave them alone. But this one's Hoya Joy, big old pretty leaves. There's my friendship plant, which is not happy to clean. It's a Palea pepperonioides. He needs more water. We're working on it. This one is a pregnant onion. It's a, oh man, I'm going to have to think about that. I just gave one to someone, and I know what it's called, but I can't remember. And then this guy is a little jade. He's kind of tilting, so we're going to have to like prop and drop and all of that. So I'm going to clean and then show you my table, and then we'll put them all back. All right, there's a handful that I kept aside, and I'll show you why. Okay, so this one is a Philodendron gloriosum, and he has this big, beautiful leaf, and he's had a couple of new ones. He needs to be repotted. This is a new leaf trying to come out, but he's in sphagnum moss, and I love it, and it's happy, but it needs soil. And then these two guys, I didn't realize I had flat mites. I do now, I've treated, but they need to be chopped off like there's so much like crown back here, so they need to be chopped off here. And he's grown back at the base, and I just chopped this top part off. Oh my goodness, this cat is in the turtle tank. So one moment. Okay, so notice we have this on top of it because Chisme liked to go in there and use it as a bathroom, and no ma'am. She just shoved this to the side and squeezed her little tuchus in there, which is why I normally have a gallon thing of water on top, because she's incorrigible. Rude. Anyways, back to plants. So this is a type of Rapidophora that needs to be potted. He's rooting right now, so he's in there with damp things. This, like I said, I'm just going to cut it off at the top right here and let these guys regrow. And this one I need to chop here and then repot in a much smaller pot. So he needs a new pot. These guys are props I showed you last week. These ones are a type of Micans. I want to say it's a Micans Halo. Hoya australis lisa, neon philodendron, Hoya polyneura, and this one's a Hoya callistophylla. And then this one is a Hoya croniana, and he's also propping and just growing roots, which are pretty happy in there. So we'll need to pot him up in his own container soonish. So I also, I put these guys back. Let's show you these guys. Also, look how pretty these bright pink cacti are. Aren't they gorgeous? These blooms are just all over the place. This one is it's the family that Swedish ivy are in. Plectranthus. This one's a Plectranthus, and it smells really good. So if you rub it and smell it, it's kind of like cinnamony, kind of herby. It's very nice. This one is a Sinantium marnianarum, and it looks so silly. It looks like a bunch of sticks, and I actually love it. It's probably 3 foot long. I just looped it over so Chief Cat would not get into it. And that's also doubling as a prop thing for the little baby cactus parts that fall off. They just go in there. So the top looks much nicer. Everyone's clean. This one is almost done, and then we'll move to the mostly Hoya area. Oh my goodness! So these are my, if we get it to go, these are my carnivorous plants. And I was just pulling some dead leaves off of my pinguicula. They're really cool. I'll tell you more about them later. But look at, it is trying to bloom. Oh my goodness! So we'll have to come back. They have this really cute little pink flower. And then here's my drosera. You can see those little sticky hairs. Those are how it eats food. My cephalotus is not happy, but there's more pinks down here. Drosera. This is another drosera that's also not happy, but it's making babies, so I guess we'll live. But all of these guys are my little carnivorous buddies, and then I have a Nepenthes back there. You can see one little picture, and some more pinks. So I'm going to carry on moving the plants over so I can kind of show you what I have, and then I'm going to clean it up and put them back. Very exciting. Sydney so desperately wants to be involved, so he is ringing a bell at us. Very kind of him. So this is, I didn't even pull everything off because I have a couple that are precariously perched. I had, I'll show you. I had a Hoya calyx, which is this guy. And he's nice and splashy and he's really pretty. Oh, nope, they're not even in there. Okay, well, I had bought a prop. Maybe I'll just pull it out and do something else with it. Okay, well that was the problem. I didn't want to dislodge everybody that this 3 foot long trailer is on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is what I just pulled off. I'm gonna have to stick it in something else. I just wanted it to root with the guy he was with, and that's not happening. Okay, so I guess I can move these guys now. Here's a Hoya pachylata. This one's a calyx splash, and it's nice and splashy. This splash is also pretty because it's like pink. And then this one's a Hoya wallachiana that I had gotten a while ago, and it is thriving. Then we have a Hoya Chelsea and a Hoya Crinkle 8. So there's a Chelsea and a Crinkle 8, and then another Carrii, which I'm so sad he's growing a new leaf and he decided to blast it, which is fine. But this is the area I'm working with. Here's mostly Hoya. There's a weird little orchid in here, but this one's a Nuna. I cannot recommend Nest Tropicals enough. This is my fault. I had stuff on it and got too close to the light. I just got this one. I want to say it's an Obscura, but I don't think so. I'll have to label it. This one's a cutting. I have the label somewhere. Lots of cuttings. Here's a Bretonnier, which he kind of just keeps going, which is cool. This one's Diptera Fiji. And he, again, I had flat mites. They've been treated, but he got damaged. This one's a Rebecca, I think, but it's got the prettiest sun stressing and these new leaves. Like, oh, I love them. I also just like weird plants. So this one's a Ceropegia ampliata, and then this one is a Ceropegia sandersonii. And this is it. Like, this is its leaves. They're kind of little and boring, and it's just like a whole lot of internode. And then they have little flowers that look like peepees, and it's hilarious, like male peepees. So when they bloom, I'll be sure to share because they're hilarious. Speaking of peepees, I have I can't think of the technical term. If you give me a second, I'll think of it. It's a pagoda. It's a black pagoda lipstick. There's an actual term and I can't remember, but he is blooming. And this little green peepee looking dude is what the flowers look like. So I was like, oh, they'll open and they'll be so pretty. No, that's it. Like, that's what we got. So it's actually got 3 or 4 blooms on it right now, and it's in the cutest little dragon fruit container that Ryan got for me. My cat is welcoming herself onto my lap, so if I have to, yell at her, so sorry. I also have, there's a Hoya Memoria, a Hoya Gracilis. This one I'm really proud of also, actually. I've killed a couple of these, and this one is thriving. Here's a Hoya Curtisii, and you can see we've got new growth. Look at my forehead. There's new growth. He's got all sorts of stuff. So just changing light and watering habits, and that thing has thrived. So I don't see any peduncles on that one yet, but I'm pretty stoked. So hoping. These are what I was telling you about with the little, just a little heart and a thing. And this plant, like, it has roots. Like, it's established, but I don't think there's sufficient node on there for it to propagate. So it's just going to be a leaf in a cup until it dies. Maybe it'll get squirrely and do something, but I highly doubt it. This one's another little cutting. That was one leaf when I got it, and it's got this amazing variegation. So super splashy. I know the name, I just don't know what it is right now off the top of my head. I have this fun little orchid that is not happy with me, but that's okay. And then I have a Paulownia. So we're going to clean that up and get everyone back, and I'll check back with you. All right, I took a field trip. We went to Costco, but I got everybody put away. It looks much neater, not that you can tell, but here we are. So I also have like fun little animals in a lot of my things. So like here's a little hedgehog. I think there's a unicorn on one. So maybe it's this guy. Someone over there has a unicorn. But here's a selection of Hoya and some carnivorous plants. I also have this little Travescantia that I cleaned up a little bit and moved. He's so chlorotic and his leaves are not happy, so I moved him somewhere with less light. So we're going to just take a peek at this really quick, and then I'm going to rearrange and clean and tidy. Yeah. Okay, there's a couple of these guys that couldn't come off for reasons. So this guy has actually twined all the way like under and over, so you can't tell that like this rack, he's kind of woven through it. Whoopsie doodle. And then this one's a Hoya Caudata, and he is like tied and twisted around the upper rack. He's got a really long stem, and it's clipped, so he's not going anywhere. Little quick tour of these guys. This one's a Hoya Breviolata, and that one was a cutting. So this one's actually like, when I got it, it was like this big. So this is a year-ish of growth. We're coming into our season. Everyone's starting to grow right now, so that's exciting. This one's a Dischidia ovulata. It's a watermelon Dischidia, but he's got new leaves. He's happy. More mite damage. Here's another Kugler Calyx that I have, and you can tell here. This one. Do you see how pink that splashes? Like, this is gray. This guy is pink. So the anthocyanins, there's lots more in this one. He's very happy. This poor little Haworthia, he needs repotted. Here's my other Hoya Polyneura, which when I got that was like one leaf, and he's working on some more, so we're gonna give him a shower. There's a lacunosa. This one's a Ludecia discolor, and he's not super happy right now. They kind of bloom and then kind of go to poop, so he's happy I've been growing them. He's sending up all this new growth from here, so hopefully those guys take off. And they like a more shallow pot, so they're, whew, throwing things. Just tried to throw my Breviolata. Caught it with one hand, but no, there's dirt. But I caught it. Woo! This one's my Obscura. So he's got a thick thing, and all this is new growth. He was also like 2 leaves when I got him. I have no idea what this guy is, but it's got new growth. You can see, again, anthocyanins on the new one, and he's growing. He needs to be sprayed down. Also more new growth on this one. It's another one from, this one. It's another one from Nest. That one's a Hoya Aldrichii. And I just love her. Rhiannon is like the nicest lady, and she will send you whatever you think you want. This one is, if my other one was a Rachel, this one's a Rebecca, or vice versa. They're like crosses from the same thing, but they present very differently. But we're doing okay. Here's a Kentiana. So this one's a Kentiana, and this one's labeled as a Wyetii, but I think they're the same one. Here's a little tiny, oh my god, what are you? My brain's not working. It's in pond. It's a Hoya retusa, and I like them a lot. They're funny. This one's a Silver Glory that's got new growth, and he's kind of happy but kind of sad. He's got little tubers, so he's not doing too bad. And then I threw some of those cuttings that I stole last week. Those are these. So, well, I borrowed. So we'll see how they do. This one's a no-name that was given to me, but he's chilling. He's got a healthy root system, so all we can ask for, really. This little Philo Brazil that is like not the happiest thing. My Matilde, oh my goodness, I love this one. And it's finally growing. You can see there's new growth there. We've got new leaves over here. So it's doing the thing, just slowly. Doesn't make me sad. I really enjoy this plant. I think there's a peduncle. It has a peduncle. We have a peduncle, Houston. So yay, that's, I don't know, like 6 of my plants now with peduncles. And then this one's another lacunosa. So he's just very long. So we have people that need potted. This guy is a black margin, Parasitica black margin. Also needs to be potted. Was literally 2 leaves when I got it, and now it is, oh, please don't die. Oh, look at all those roots. Those are some happy roots and some sphagnum moss. So now it is doing its thing. So it might just stay there for a little while, honestly. But, okay, that's like my Hoya shelf. I don't know if I'm going to have it in me to do my last shelf with the, it's got a couple more random, I have so many random like orchids, but it's got more orchids, an Easter cactus, a couple of begonias, because I love my begonias. So maybe I'll finish what I'm doing and do those ones later. I do want to show you some of the crocheting I got done. I started my second cake, which is very exciting, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to take care of this first, and then I'll check back in. Oh, my second, I'll show you where we're at. Okay, so everybody looks much nicer, more organized. I have this big spot because I have people I need to repot, but it's mostly Hoya shelf. So the begonias will wait till later. I still have like a bunch of people I need to repot. We'll get to it. Maybe not today, maybe not right now. Probably today. But I'm going to go do things, and then we'll talk here. Hi again. Well, I'm getting my kids from school, so you get to hang out with me in the car for a little bit. I wanted to show you the blanket I've been working on, and it's my dude's birthday, so he's taking a nappy on the couch, and I am getting the kids. So we had a Costco run earlier, and I got these like caramel s'more things, and they're stupidly good, and I could easily eat half the bag. So I put those away where they're out of sight, out of mind, hopefully. But the blanket I'm working on is still that dragon scale. I did join my second cake, which I'm excited about. So it's not quite the same color pattern. Like the colors are the same, but like because each cake is different, they start in a different order. So I matched it as well as I could, but this is what I've got.
So, ooh, that bright sunshine. Let's change the angle. Nope, too much. There we go. That's better. So it's really pretty. I actually really super like the teal. I'm going to flip the camera so that you can actually see what I'm looking at. There we go. The gimbal. So it's really pretty. I like it. I think it's not overly girly, but it is girly. But I'm excited. So the front side is this knit looking side. Actually, I guess the back side looks more like knit stitches. And then the front side has like a textured, like pyramid kind of thing. They're upside down in this view, but they're pretty. So I like it. It's got the pretty teal and the pinks and yellows and just a little bit of all sorts of stuff. So I like it. It is slow, the Tunisian. I've only made a few things. I was like, oh, I'm going to learn, and I learned, and I can do it, but it's not something I typically do. So it does go a little bit slow. It actually eats more yarn than crochet does, which is interesting. And then knit, of course, uses the least amount of yarn. But I'm excited. So if I've started the second cake, that I'm almost halfway there. I don't think I'm going to put a border on it. I think I'm just going to like get through it, finish it off, and give it, or wash it, and then give it as is. So maybe by this time next week I'll be done. I doubt it, but I'm going to try because I really want to just be done with this and move on to something else. Tonight is gymnastics, so I'll be cross-stitching at gymnastics. Dude guy wants garbanzo, so we'll have garbanzo for dinner, which is like fast Mediterranean. I'm excited. The kids may not be, but they're pretty good about eating whatever, so hopefully it's a non-issue. But I'm excited for some baba ganoush and some pickled beets because, yes. Otherwise, we have a chill day. You hung out with me while I did plants, so I got half of my plants reorganized and cleaned and washed and fertilized and all of the things, and I'll do my other rack maybe tomorrow. This is a weird week. The kids don't have school Thursday, Friday, or Monday, so trying to get all like the tasky things I need to get done without interference, I'm trying to get those done today and tomorrow. So yeah, we did Costco, I did plants, I went over to a friend's and had coffee, and I am working on my hydration right now. So hydrate, which is funny because this kind of matches my blanket, so that's funny. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, I'm on a nap. It is sunny in the car and I'm like a lizard and or a cat in the sun, and I just kind of want to go to sleep. But I will try to refrain. Yeah, because we got 25 minutes before I have to get the kids. So maybe I'll get another row or two done. Or I'm reading a book. It's a series. The series is called Stay a Spell. I'm just about to finish books 2, and it's called Don't Hex and Drive, and it's witches and vampires and like whatever, but I'm like 85% through, so maybe I'll finish that. Like, that'd be really cool. I'll finish the book today for sure, but maybe I'll get more done on the blanket. Maybe I'll read the book. TBD. I tend to fixate, so I read 1 book last month, and I've read 4 so far this month. So feast or famine, as with many things. So appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.